Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chia, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a list of recipes that I whipped up when I was doing the Daniel fast. I can't do food without flavor or I'm going to faint. I'm not kidding. You know what you're doing, you can come up with some pretty good recipes. I have some recipes on Pinterest and I kind of put my own twist on it. It's low sodium, not high in oil either, so let's get started. By far one of my favorite meals, and I call this the Oatmeal Delight. What you will need is oatmeal, bananas, blueberries, almond butter, chia seeds, and a plant-based milk of your choice. All I did was warm up my oatmeal, add some bananas, blueberries, a dash of cinnamon, almond butter, and poured in a little bit of almond milk, and it was good to go. Go ahead and enjoy yourself with this meal. No added sugars, and it's quick and easy. You can eat it for all 3 meals if you would like. Next, we are going to make the quinoa in between, by far one of my favorite plant-based meals. So you'll need quinoa, spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, a small onion, a couple mushrooms, seasoning of your choice, and olive oils. That was a mouthful. So I'm going to go ahead and start boiling the quinoa. The quinoa is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and cut up the onions and the mushrooms. My first tip for you if you are doing the Daniel fast is to limit the noise. Spend some time off social media and spend more time in his presence. You will surely hear his voice. So what I'm going to do is to pour some oil into my pan and spread it all over. Make sure that your pan is well coated because we're going to do some light sauteing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pour in the mushrooms and onions we just cut. And I'll also add some seasoning along with it. So I'll add my favorite seasoning from Trader Joe's, which is onion salt. If you don't have this, go ahead and add some garlic salt. It works just as well. Some paprika. Lastly, we're going to add the chickpeas and then mix everything together. Once we have mixed everything, we're going to go ahead and leave this to saute for 10 minutes. Moving along, next, after everything has been sauteed, we're going to go ahead and add the sun-dried tomatoes, and this will make the whole meal. If you don't have sun-dried tomatoes, I don't know what to tell you. This will make the whole entire meal. And we're going to go ahead and also add the quinoa that we cooked earlier. So as we're mixing everything together, I'm going to give you my next tip, which is to try your best not to overeat. I did this last time. I know at the end of the fast you may feel so hungry, but try your best to have self-control. Ask God to give you self-control, and He will, because you don't want to be so overcome by your flesh that you're no longer hearing from the Spirit. So that's just some advice. Lastly, I went ahead and added some spinach and I sauteed it for 10 minutes and we are done. Enjoy yourself. Moving on to the next, which is mixed veggies with no mixed feelings, because you're going to have no mixed feelings with these veggies, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and spread some oil all over my pan. Add some baby carrots, make sure they are dried off with no water. Add some Brussels sprouts, which is my favorite vegetables. If you hate Brussels sprouts, you a hater. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and add my favorite seasoning from Trader Joe's, which is an onion salt, and you'll hear me talk about this the whole video. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and set the oven at 400 degrees, put the veggies in, and cook it for 25 to 30 minutes. Voila, it is done. Next, I'm going to give you guys my secret popcorn recipe. Don't tell anyone. So, what I'm going to do is add some olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and add some popcorn kernels. So we're going to start with 2 popcorn kernels and wait until they pop before you add the rest to make sure that the oil is well heated. Once it is popped, go ahead and add the rest of the kernels. And make sure to keep an eye on this because the oil can heat up pretty quickly if you're not keeping an eye on it like I was not. So we'll go ahead and shake it up a bit and leave it to pop. So once it has popped, you can go ahead and eat it like this, or you can go ahead and add the seasonings for my secret recipe, which is onion salt from Trader Joe's. If you don't have this, garlic salt will do just as good, or onion powder, garlic powder. Smoked paprika, not paprika. But if you do like spice, you can go ahead and add paprika. And then last but not least, some nutritional yeast. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that all together. And there we have it. A great snack. This is really good, so try your best not to overindulge. And our last meal is my favorite green smoothie. And what you need is banana, spinach, cinnamon, chia seeds, and some plant-based milk of your choice. I'm gonna go ahead and add all these ingredients into a blender. And lastly, as we finish up our last recipe, I'm going to give you my last tip, which is to invest in a prayer journal during your Daniel fast. Record your prayers, record your revelations, record what God has said to you. I love looking back in my journal and seeing how God came through, so I highly suggest investing in one. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and blend. Get a glass, pour it in, top it off with chia seeds, and voila, chef kisses. This is a great healthy smoothie. And that is all I have for you guys. All ingredients and instructions for each recipe is in the description box. And if you try any of these recipes out, be sure to let me know in the comments or catch me on Instagram and send me a DM. All my info is in the bio or description. Okay, well, bye.